It's so funny to me that people keep telling me that I have too much, like, in my art, and, like, too much said or too much. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, too much said or whatever. Which, like, in the object itself, there's a certain amount of omittance. But when you bring me in, like me, like my actual like person in to like talk about it, I like just start talking about everything that I was thinking about. Um just because of course like all the like revision and distilling and refining and condensing has happened in the object. Like that's why I make things is all this mess that I always write and talk like um gets kind of purified and like condensed um and made into like these like more fitting metaphors than what I can do with words into the objects. But then once I have to like unpack that object again, then all like my messy thoughts and like words and my tendency to just like go on forever in like a thousand different directions come out again because that's what the object was kind of like holding. Anyways, it's just really funny to me that um people tell me that I need to be more or like I don't know, like that my stuff just has so much in it because it's such a like Japanese thing for my like objects or like for everything to have like so much connected to everything because I'm just like for some reason I just had the word and I know I'm not saying this right because but toshikoshi soba. Well, I just had for some reason the word toshikoshi. Tushi. I don't. I'm not going to try to say that. Actually, I can do this. Hold on. Sorry. I'm looking. Going to get the computer to say it for me. The internet's being super slow. Okay, here we go.
Toshikoshi soba.
Toshikoshi soba. For some reason, I just had the word toshikoshi stuck in my head, and I looked it up. I googled it, and then it came up with toshikoshi soba. And then just the Wikipedia article just says, your crossing noodle is Japanese traditional noodle bowl dish eaten on New Year's Eve. And then it says, this custom lets go of hardship of the year because the soba noodles are easily cut while eating. And then it says, there are several theories believe that long soba noodles symbolize a long life. The buckwheat plant can survive severe weather during growing period. Soba represents strength and resiliency. Also, goldsmiths used to gather dust by soba flour so that soba brings good fortune. So it's just like, just in like this noodle is like so many different like things that are being represented in it. And like that's like I feel like that's like with everything, especially with like New Year's dishes, like New Year's food dishes. Like the color of something, the color of that with like another the color of another thing. Um like the little like dried fish are like for fertility because for one thing like fish and like how many fish that it's just like how uh like the fertility of fish themselves and then also like the fish like the dead fish itself being put like into the soil for like good crops and things like that and like all this stuff just to like eat this like one little dish of fish and just like everything has so much of everything on it. I don't know, it's just funny to me I don't know, these like little connections that I can like still find and still have to like Japanese culture and like that's so Japanese or like that's so Asian or like whatever that I can say about myself. And it be like a thing that like I can like connect. Um, but yeah, just like the too muchness of like um the concepts, I guess, of my pieces and like the symbolism in my pieces can actually be in itself a connection that I have to Japan. I don't know. It's just kind of nice. I don't know. Just I've been feeling really shitty today because I'm always feeling like I have too much. And today we like kind of talked about artist statements and I like took like this huge like page of like messy writing, so much writing. And I was actually able to like distill it down to a sentence that I thought was fairly good. Um, and then I don't know, it was just like met with this like hard silence. And the professor like actually went around like went around and asked each person to like give an example or whatever, but it just like I don't know. I was I have a bad tendency of reacting really defensively in that class for some reason. And so just like the at least what I perceived as a very kind of hardness and it was so silent like after I like gave my sentence that I like thought gave a lot of information. And he was like, "Can you give me an example?" And I did, and I went on for too long, I guess, and pretty much everyone was immediately I was like that was too much, that was too long, that was whatever. Um, which there was like a lot of really good um a lot of really good critique in that, but it's still kind of like nice just to have some kind of affirmation of like yeah, like you'll continue to refine and find your language and figure out your organization of like yourself, but how much like overly layered like symbolism of every single aspect of like your pieces that you make, that's okay because it connects you to Japan. And you know, at this point, of course, like I take anything that I can get for that. Anyways, this is like already 8 minutes long, so of course, obviously, I go on for too long. I mean, obviously, also I'm like recording this for myself, but if I'm putting this up, which I might not, you're supposed to only keep it down to like what 3 minutes or whatever. Not even on Tumblr. It's supposed to be like 6 seconds. Yeah. All right. Anyways. All right. Bye.